Stop scrolling right now, because the next few minutes could completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket forever. What if I told you that an ordinary-looking wheat penny, yes, the same one you might ignore or even spend without thinking, could secretly be worth a life-changing treasure, hidden in plain sight, quietly circulating through everyday transactions? These coins are slipping through people's fingers every single day. And today, I'm about to reveal one of the most shocking, ultra-rare wheat pennies that collectors are desperately hunting for right now. This is not hype. This is real. This is happening, and this could be sitting in your change jar at home. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might never spend another penny without checking it twice. There's something incredibly mysterious about the 1937 wheat penny with no mint mark, because at first glance, it looks completely ordinary. But that's exactly what makes it so dangerous. People don't recognize its hidden power. This coin has been silently traveling through decades of American history, passing from hand to hand, surviving generations. And yet, today, in the right condition, it transforms into something extraordinary, something that collectors treat like a buried treasure that accidentally escaped into circulation. Now imagine this, a coin that has lived through the late Great Depression era, a time when every penny mattered more than ever. Back in 1937, the United States economy was still recovering, and coins like this were part of daily survival. But what no one realized back then was that some of these pennies would one day carry a level of rarity and demand that would shock the modern market. When you look at the design of this coin, it carries the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, calm yet powerful, symbolizing resilience and unity. On the reverse side, those famous wheat stalks curve along the edges, representing prosperity and growth, almost like a hidden message that this coin itself would grow in value over time. And when you notice those dark black spots on both the obverse and reverse, it may look like aging, but in reality, these marks tell a story of survival, authenticity, and time, something collectors deeply respect. This coin is made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that classic warm tone, although over time it can develop those darker, almost mysterious shades. Its weight stands at approximately 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a thickness close to 1.52 millimeters. These exact measurements are crucial because serious collectors check every tiny detail to confirm authenticity. Even the slightest variation can change everything. But here's where things become truly intense. The rarity. A 1937 wheat penny without a mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia, and while millions were produced, very few have survived in extra-fine condition, with distinctive spotting and preserved detail. That's where the magic happens. That's where ordinary turns into extraordinary. Collectors are not just buying a coin, they are chasing a moment in history that almost disappeared. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. In today's market, this exact coin, in extra-fine condition with those unique black spotting characteristics, is reaching an astonishing value of $160 per hundredth. Yes, you heard that right. This is not fiction. This is the real, current market level, and it is rising steadily as demand continues to grow. Every year, fewer of these coins remain in collectible condition, and every year, more collectors enter the hunt. This is the kind of treasure people unknowingly lose every single day. It slips through cash registers, gets dropped into jars, or even spent without a second thought. But those who understand, those who check carefully, they're the ones quietly holding on to something powerful. If you're serious about collecting, then you need to treat coins like this with extreme care. Never store them in open air where moisture can damage them. Use protective holders, keep them in a controlled environment, and avoid touching the surface with bare hands. And listen carefully. Never aggressively clean your coin. That is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. Cleaning can destroy the original surface and instantly reduce its value. If you must clean, only use the gentlest, safest methods, and even then, caution is everything. When you're checking coins for buying or collecting, always start with condition. Look at the sharpness of the details, the presence of original surfaces, and any unique markings. Avoid coins that look artificially polished or damaged. Those small mistakes can cost you a fortune in lost value. Patience is your greatest weapon in this journey. The collectors who win are the ones who wait, observe, and act wisely. And here's something most people don't talk about. Some of the rarest coins in the world are found in the most unexpected places. Old piggy banks, inherited collections, garage sales, flea markets, even loose change from small stores. The treasure is out there. It always has been. In the end, this 1,937 wheat penny is not just a coin, it's a hidden opportunity. A silent fortune. A piece of history that refuses to be forgotten. And if you have one, you might be holding something far greater than you ever imagined. Remember, this channel brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day. Stay alert, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. There are coins, and then there are silent legends. The 1,927 wheat penny with no mint mark is one of those rare pieces that doesn't scream for attention, it whispers. And that whisper is exactly why people miss it. Every single day, this coin is being overlooked, passed along, and even spent, without realizing that it carries the weight of history and the power of a hidden fortune. This is not just another old penny. This is the kind of treasure that disappears right in front of your eyes. Take a moment and imagine the year 1927. America was living through the Roaring Twenties, a time of rapid growth, energy, and transformation. This coin was born in that exact era, struck in Philadelphia, carrying no mint mark, blending in perfectly with millions of others. But time has a way of separating the ordinary from the extraordinary. And today, only a very small number of these coins remain in fine condition with that deep, dark, red-brown tone that collectors absolutely crave. When you hold this coin, the design speaks volumes without saying a word. On the front, Abraham Lincoln's profile stands strong and dignified, representing unity and endurance. On the reverse, the wheat stalks curve gracefully along the edges, symbolizing prosperity, almost like a quiet promise that this coin itself would grow in value over time. That rich red-brown color, it's not just aging, it's character. It's proof that this coin has lived, survived, and carried its story across nearly a century. Now let's go deeper into what makes this coin truly powerful. Its composition is 95% copper, with the remaining 5% made up of tin and zinc. This high copper content is what gives the coin its original brilliance, and over time, it transforms into that darker, deeper tone that collectors admire. The weight is approximately 3.11 grams. The diameter is 19 millimeters, and the thickness is around 1.52 millimeters. These exact specifications are critical because serious collectors measure everything. Precision is everything in this world. But here's where the intensity builds. The rarity. While millions of 1,927 pennies were originally minted, finding one today in fine condition with a natural red-brown surface is becoming increasingly difficult. Most have been worn down, damaged, or lost forever. And the few that remain, they are being hunted. Quietly, aggressively, and globally. Collector demand for coins like this is not slowing down. It is rising, and it is rising fast. Now stay with me, because this is the moment that changes everything. The current market value of this exact coin, in fine condition with that dark red-brown look, has reached an incredible $180 at hundredth. This is not an assumption. This is the real, current level in today's market, and it continues to climb as more collectors realize how rare these surviving pieces truly are. This is the kind of value that doesn't wait, it grows. This coin is a hidden treasure that people are accidentally losing every single day. It slips through hands, gets mixed with ordinary change, or sits unnoticed in old collections. But those who recognize it, those who take the time to look closely, they're the ones uncovering something extraordinary. If you're stepping into the world of coin collecting, you need to understand one thing clearly: preservation is power. Always store your coins in protective holders away from moisture, heat, and air exposure. Never leave them unprotected, because even the smallest environmental damage can slowly destroy value. And listen carefully. Never scrub or harshly clean your coin. That single mistake can erase decades of natural aging and instantly reduce its worth. When checking coins for buying or collecting, always begin with the condition. Look closely at the details of Lincoln's face, the sharpness of the wheat stalks, and the natural tone of the surface. Avoid coins that look artificially cleaned or altered. The real value lies in originality. And remember, patience is everything. The collectors who succeed are not the fastest. They are the smartest and the most patient. And here's a powerful truth. Some of the greatest coin discoveries happen in the most unexpected places. Old drawers, inherited boxes, flea markets, garage sales, and even everyday pocket change. The treasure is not locked away in museums. It's still out there, waiting to be recognized. In the end, the 1,927 wheat penny is more than just a coin. It is a hidden legacy, a quiet fortune, a piece of history that continues to gain strength with time. And if you have one, you are not just holding metal, you are holding something that the world is slowly running out of. Stay connected, because this channel brings you freshly updated rare coin discoveries every single day. Keep searching, because your next penny could change everything. Some coins don't just exist, they carry the energy of an entire era. And the 1,944 wheat penny with no mint mark is exactly that kind of coin. A silent survivor from one of the most intense periods in American history. At first glance, it may look like just another old penny with a dark gray-black tone, but that appearance is exactly what makes it so dangerous. Because while people ignore it, collectors are chasing it. Picture this. 1944, the world was still deep in the chaos of World War II. Just 1 year earlier, 1,943 pennies were made from steel due to copper shortages. But in 1944, the U.S. Mint returned to copper, using recycled wartime materials, including spent shell casings. That means this coin isn't just currency, it's a transformed piece of history. A coin literally born from war, reshaped into something that would travel through time. Now look closely at its design. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait stands firm, almost symbolic of strength during uncertain times. On the reverse, those iconic wheat stalks represent growth and resilience, a powerful contrast to the global conflict happening during its creation. And that dark, gray-black tone you see, that's not just wear. That's decades of natural transformation, oxidation, and survival. It gives the coin a shadowed, mysterious identity that serious collectors recognize instantly. Let's break it down deeper. This coin is composed of 95% copper with 5% tin and zinc, restoring the classic composition after the steel year. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19 millimeters, and a thickness of around 1.52 millimeters. These exact details matter more than most people realize. One small inconsistency and everything changes. That's why experienced collectors examine every angle, every gram, every edge. Now here's where things start to get intense. The rarity. Yes, millions of 1,944 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, which is why they carry no mint mark. But finding one today in very fine condition, with that distinctive dark grey-black appearance and strong preserved detail, is becoming extremely difficult. Most of these coins have been worn down, cleaned improperly, or simply lost over time. The surviving pieces, they are no longer just coins, they are targets. Collector demand for this specific type is growing stronger every year. Why? Because it represents a transition from wartime scarcity to restored normalcy. It's a story captured in metal. And collectors don't just buy coins, they compete for stories like this. Now don't look away, because this is the moment that defines everything. The current market value of this exact coin, in very fine condition with that dark grey-black tone, has reached a powerful $140. 900th, this is the real current market level. Not speculation, not exaggeration. And the most important part, it is rising. Day by day, quietly, steadily, becoming harder to reach. This is not just value, this is a hidden treasure slipping through people's hands every single day. It gets mixed into change, forgotten in jars, or ignored because of its darker appearance. But those who understand, they see it differently. They see opportunity. If you're serious about protecting coins like this, you must treat them with respect. Store them in airtight holders, away from humidity and extreme temperatures. Even the smallest environmental exposure can slowly damage the surface. And listen carefully, never attempt harsh cleaning. That dark tone, that natural surface, that's part of its identity. Removing it can destroy its value instantly. When checking coins before buying or collecting, always start with the details. Look at Lincoln's features. Are they still clear? Check the wheat stalks. Are the lines visible? Observe the surface. Does it look natural or artificially altered? These small observations separate valuable finds from costly mistakes. And remember, patience builds wealth in this world. The biggest wins come to those who wait, learn, and act wisely. And here's something powerful. Some of the most valuable coins in existence are still out there, hidden in everyday places. Old collections, forgotten drawers, estate boxes, flea markets, even loose change from small transactions. The treasure hasn't disappeared. It's just waiting for the right person to notice. In the end, the 1,944 wheat penny is more than a coin. It is a war-born relic, a shadowed piece of American history, a quiet fortune that continues to grow stronger with time. And if you have one, you are holding something far more powerful than you think. Stay connected, because this channel brings you freshly updated rare coin discoveries every single day. Keep searching, because the next hidden treasure could already be in your hands.